So in this class we are going to discuss about the file allocation methods and file access methods. So in order to understand the file allocation methods and file access methods, first we need to have a basic understanding of what is meant by a file. So what is meant by a file? A file is a collection of records related to each other. So let us take an employee file. So what are the fields in this employee file? Employee number, employee name and employee salary. These three are called as the fields of this file or attributes of this file. So what is this? E001 Deepak 30,000, E002 Kiran 25,000, E003 Aravind 20,000, E004 Akash 15,000. So there are four entities are there. What are the names of the entities? Deepak, Kiran, Aravind and Akash. Each line of row is called as a record. A record refers to the information of a single entity in a table. So what are these column headings are called as the attributes. We are going to call employee number as an attribute, employee name as an attribute and employee salary as an attribute. So collection of records, related records is called as a file. What is a record? A single row in a table is called as a record. So what is meant by a file? A file is a collection of records related to each other. A file is a collection of records related to each other. Then this is an example of employee file. What are the attributes in this employee file? Employee number, employee name and employee salary. How many records are there in this file? 4 records are there in this file. E001, E002, E003 and E004. Single row of information is called as a record. So let us define the record. A record refers to a single row of information related to an entity. E001 Deepak and 30,000. This entire 3 columns combined together as a single row is called as a record. Next, what is an attribute? An attribute refers to a column heading in a table. Whenever we are going to refer to a column heading, employee number, employee name and employee salary is called as the attributes. So memory is of two types. The device which is capable of storing the data is called as the memory. Memory is of two types. One is the primary memory, another one is the secondary memory. So here how we are going to allocate the file. So here the primary memory is volatile, which means when power goes off the contents are lost, whereas secondary storage is permanent storage memory and hence it is called as a non-volatile memory. Next, file allocation methods. How to allocate the file on the secondary storage. So what is the first one? Contiguous allocation, and the second one is known as the non-contiguous allocation. This entire diagram is called as the secondary storage. How the data is going to be stored on the secondary storage means, so here the secondary storage is organized in the form of blocks. So this is block 1, this is block 2, this is block 3 and this is block 4 and so on. So how many records are there in our file? 4 records are there in our file. We are going to store the records in the form of blocks. A block can accommodate either 4 records, 5 records or 6 records or n number of records. In my example, I have taken a block can store up to 4 records. E001 Deepak 30,000, E002 Kiran 25,000, E003 Aravind 20,000, E004 Akash 15,000. Now this block is full. Whenever the block 1 is full, then we are going for the block 2. When block 2 here also, block here we have stored 4 records now. Here also we are going to store only the 4 records. Here also 4 records and here also 4 records. When one block has been completed, then we are only going to the next block. When this block is also going to be completed, completely filled up, then we are going for the third block. When this block is also going to be filled up, then we are going for the fourth block. That is, block 1 is filled up first, then block 2 is going to be filled up, block 3 is going to be filled up and then block 4 is going to be filled up. That is in a continuous manner. Without if we have space in block 1, we cannot go to the block 2 and fill up it in the block 2. If we have if we have place for a record in block 2, we cannot store it in the block 3. This allocation is called as contiguous allocation or continuous allocation. That is, the records are stored in the form of blocks. How to define a block? A block is a collection of records, n number of records, where n may be any number of records. So what is meant by non-contiguous? This diagram is for the contiguous. After 4 records, if you want to store the 5th record, we can store it here. 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So what is meant by non-contiguous? The same diagram I am repeating here with the 4 blocks: block 1, block 2, block 3 and block 4. So first record is stored here. E001 Deepak 30,000 is stored here. There is a 3 record space, empty space is there here, but we are storing the second record in the block 4. That is, the records are not stored in a sequential manner. In one block we are storing one record, and the next record is going to be stored in some another block. Those 2 blocks are not sequential or consecutive blocks. After block 1 we have to go to block 2, but here after block 1 we have stored the second record in the block 4, E002 Kiran and 25,000, and we are storing the third record in second block and 4th record in the block 3. So this type of block 1, after that block 4, after that block 2, after that block 3. This type of allocation is called as a non-contiguous allocation. That is, the records are not stored sequentially in the blocks. Contiguous allocation means the records are stored sequentially in the blocks. So whenever we are going to store in this manner, that is, one record in one block, another record in another block, another record in another block, then there should be a link between first record and the second record. So the second record address will be stored in the first record, and the third record address will be stored into the second record, and 4th record address will be stored into the third record address will be stored first, second record address will be stored into first record, third record address will be stored into the second record, and 4th record address will be stored into the third record. There is no record after E4. That's why we are going to store the null at the last. So second address will be stored in first, third address will be stored in second, and 4th address will be stored in third. This is called as non-contiguous allocation. So whenever this is the types of allocations of the files. Next, now we are going to discuss about the file access methods. File allocating means what? The data of the file is going to be stored onto the secondary storage device. Either we are storing the records sequentially after the completion of the block, we are going to another block or not, or we are storing it in different blocks. The next method is called as a file access method. The name itself tells that how we are accessing the records in a file. A file is present and some records are present in the file, and the records are stored on the disk either in a contiguous manner or non-contiguous manner. Then how many types of access method? If you want to access a particular record, then how to access the record? So there are 3 different methods are there. First one is called as a sequential file access method, direct file access method, and indexed sequential file access method. Coming to the first method is called as the sequential file access method. Name itself tells a sequential file access. If you want to access a particular record, we have to go to the beginning of the file and we have to search each and every record until our record is found. In sequential file access method, the record which we want is searched from the beginning of the file and compared with each record in a sequential manner until our record is found. Let us take, for example, sequential file method. So going to the, whenever we are using the sequential access means the data will be stored in the contiguous manner. Now I want the E003 record. First I will compare the first. E001 is there at the first place. E002 is there at the second place. Now E003. Now I will retrieve this record. That is in a sequential manner we are going on means then it is called as the sequential file access method. Next one is the direct file access. If you want E003, directly we have to go to that particular location and we have to fetch that particular record, then it is called as the direct access. No need to check with the first record, no need to check with the second record. Directly we have to go to the place of E003 and then we have to fetch the E003 record, then it is called as the direct access method. direct access method is applicable, that is also known as random access method. So here this is an example for this, can be called as hashing methods can be called in the case of the direct access methods. Coming to the third one is called as the index sequential access method. It is a combination of two things, that is indexing plus sequential. So let us understand what is meant by indexing. So in order to understand the indexing, I have taken what employee table has been taken. So how many records has been taken here? Employee number, employee name and employee salary has been taken. How many records are there? E001, E002, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 up to 20. I have, for simplicity, I have given the name as, what is this employee file? This is employee file, and then this is the primary key employee number. Employee names are A to T, and the salaries are 10k means, k means 1000, 10,000, 11,000, 12,000, etc., etc., up to 30,000. So this is the file. Now we are storing this entire file in the secondary storage. This is the secondary storage. How many blocks are there? 4 blocks. Block 1, block 2, block 3 and block 4. So a block can accommodate here 5 records. E001, E02, E003, E004 and E005. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is entire records. 5 records are stored in first block, 5 records are stored in second block, 5 records are stored in third block, and 5 records are stored in fourth block. This is the file on the, this is the employee file. This is the secondary storage device, that is a hard disk. We have stored it in the form of 4 blocks in a continuous manner. We are going to create a file known as index file. This file will contain the primary key and the block number. Only 2 fields are present. One is known as the primary key, another one is known as the block number. So in first block, what is the first record? E001. So we are writing E001 and block 1. In the second block, what is the first record? E006. E006 block 2. In third block, what is the first record? E011. E011 is the first record in the block 3. E016 is the first record in block 14. So what is this index file? Index file is a file which consists of 2 attributes or 2 fields. One is called as the primary key, another one is the block number. So we have stored whatever the first primary key, first number is there, no, that is I am going to store, and block number is stored. Here first record and block number. Here first record and block number. Here also first record and block number is going to be stored. So what is the advantage of this index file? Suppose I want to set E009. First I am going to the index file. I am comparing E009 with E001. So E001 is less than E009 is greater than E001. So next, coming to the next record. What is this? E006. It is also greater than E006. So what is the next one? E011. So E009 is less than 11 and it is greater than 6. So it is 9 is greater than 6 and less than 11. Compulsorily E00 number is fetched in block 2. So this is third block. No, E011 is a third block first record. So E009 is less than E011 means it should be present in the second block. Compulsorily it will be present in the second block. Easily we can access the record with the help of this index methods, indexing file. So here we are creating a file known as the index file, and each block first record is stored here. Our set of desired record is compared with the first records. If it is less than the given record and it is greater than the previous record means then it is going to be fetched in the previous block. This method is called as a indexed sequence. That is E009 is now present in which block? Block 2. So we will go to block 2 and then we are going to compare with E006 is there, 7 is there, 8 is there, now here is 9 is there. So here now we are searching sequentially, but in order to go to the block block, we are not comparing with all the records in the block 1. We are comparing only with the first record in the block 1, first record with the block 2, first record in the block 2. This is called as indexing. After finding out the block, we are going to search in a particular block in a sequential manner. So this is called as indexed sequential access method. It is a combination of indexing mechanism and sequential access method. So this is about the file access methods.